Where does this rank as far as poor weather performances for you, and what about today are you most proud of?
It's up there. I feel like we got the first 5 holes pretty, not benign, but it was manageable. And then I'd say 6 through 10 was like the really tough stretch of the golf course. Like the tee shot on 7 was just like, it's in the air and you don't know whether to tell it to sit or go or whatever. And then, to play 6 through 10 and 1 under was huge. And then I knew getting up into that back 9, it was going to be a little more sheltered. And I think just to, I didn't play perfectly. I made some key up and downs, 10, 11, 12. And then I think the birdie on 15 after not birdie 14 was big too. So, yeah, it was a really good poor weather performance. I think if there's a wind that you want to play Pebble Beach in, this is sort of it. So it was, as long as you managed it and sort of really controlled the flight of your golf ball, which I did well today. I still felt with how receptive the greens were, I still felt there was a score out there.
Is there more than a coincidence that 2 Irish boys are at the top here with this, the way this thing is starting? I
don't know. We both live in Florida now, so you can't, can't say. But we don't play in this weather that often anymore. But look, we did grow up in it, and I'd say Sheehan's historically been a better bad weather player than I have been. But it is cool to see both of us up there near the top of the leaderboard.
You talked on Tuesday about wanting to see just like really competitive events at great venues. Sorry, I know you're.
No, he just decided, yeah.
I'm curious, like how you feel like this week has maybe, and particularly today, has filled that expectation.
Yeah, look, I think really good venues are a big part of the storyline. When we go to major championships, especially a U.S. Open and an Open Championship, I always feel like the golf course is a big part of the storyline heading into Thursday. Sometimes on the PGA Tour that isn't the case because, whether you play a run-of-the-mill TPC or whatever it is, it just isn't that interesting. So to come back to Pebble Beach time and again and play, and Spyglass, I think Spyglass is a really, really good golf course. So to play these 2 golf courses, it's definitely, two of the best that we play all year. So, yeah, I think it's, if everything's on the table for whatever this new look PGA Tour is going to be, I think venues are going to be a big part of it.
Do you feel like the leaderboard right now is fitting maybe the competitive style you were hoping for?
I think so. Yeah, I mean, you got you feel a lot of good players up there. Yeah, it's hard. I mean, you're gonna, the best players aren't going to be at the top leaderboard every single week, or the most highly ranked players. But I think that's playing venues like this. It plays into some players' hands maybe more than others, and they can excel just sort of like a Hilton Head does for some people. I hate Hilton Head, and I don't like playing it, but other people do, and that's the cool thing about going to different golf courses.
You said the other day that every time you get here, you're always amazed at how small the greens are, even though you know it coming here.
Yeah.
How much smaller do they even seem in conditions like this?
Yeah, if they were a bit firmer, they would seem a lot smaller, but because they're so receptive, I feel like it still gives you a little bit of margin for error when they're a little soft like this.
What'd you hit for the tee shot on 7, second shot on 8, and what was the lie like for the third shot on 10?
Tee shot on 7, I hit a little 9-iron, and got it a little wrong. Second shot on 8, hit a full 9-iron from like 175, and then the lie on 10 was the third shot was fine. I got pretty lucky with the lie. I could just sort of I could get my club straight into the back of the ball and get a good strike on it, and so it wasn't as bad as it maybe looked. But that was a key up and down just to keep the momentum of the run going.
Anything specific about your game that you like going into tomorrow, and specifically maybe the iron play?
Yeah, I definitely I said to Harry going up going up 6, I said, let's just try to chip it around for the rest of the day. So, taking a club more, 2 clubs more, and just trying to chip it in there, take spin off it, keep it under the wind. I did that really well today, and depending on what the conditions are tomorrow, if I have to do it again, I feel pretty comfortable doing it, yeah.
Rory, what were your emotions like climbing up the leaderboard, PGA Tour debut? What were you feeling out there today?
After 18 years, you sort of just, I don't know, not that the feeling's dull in any way, but yeah, look, it was a really good Saturday to get myself in contention. I keep reminding myself this week, this is, it's my second tournament of the year. It's great to be playing well at this point, but, the main goal for me is to play well from April through to July. So still trying to work on things and trying to get my game in the best possible shape for those months, but it's really cool to be in contention this early in the season.
You obviously haven't played this tournament very often. You talked the other day about how much it's changed, right? The vibe's changed from celebrity to more golfy, as you put it.
Yeah.
Was there any moment on 6 through 10, the wind or the rain, where it felt like you were getting a flavor of what this event's been like for 40 years? I mean, there's always, this kind of weather comes pretty often.
Yeah, I'm amazed they haven't tried to change the date. But look, I've watched this tournament over the years and seen some of the bad conditions, and thankfully that this is the 3rd time that I've played it. Obviously last year with it being rained out Sunday and Monday, but yeah, it's a more authentic experience of what the Pebble Beach Pro-Am is like.
I just talked to your playing partner Rasmus Højgaard. He said that what he saw from you today was one of the best rounds he ever seen live in his life. Do you agree?
Yeah, probably not as good as his final round at the Irish Open, but it was pretty good. Yeah, look, I played well. I didn't make any mistakes. One of the things I want to do this year is try to limit my mistakes and play bogey free. 3 of my last 4 rounds have been that way. Last round in Dubai, first round here, and now this round. So just really trying to limit the mistakes and play smart golf and just be a little more like Scotty Scheffler, basically.
Thanks.
Thank you.